Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another Mod Monday. Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We're gonna review 6 mods, 7 buildings in total. There's many more, but let's get started. So, just to open up, please go and check last week's episodes in last 7 days, last week's mods you have in last 7 days. You can find them in a Steam workshop under workshop, and you can arrange by date and see all of them. I cover only the ones I find interesting, but there's many more by Vcom, by Legend Gamer, and most of our good modders like Novu and Robs, and there's a lot of stuff to be seen there. New cars, new trains, new maps. I'm gonna cover 6 buildings that I found the most interesting, and yeah, let's start with that. Right, first things first. School. We're gonna go, kindergarten. We're gonna go with kindergarten. This is made by Podolsky 99. I'm gonna read it. There's a description in Russian, and also there's a description in English. Kindergarten, type 177, architect E.G. Manvelian, 1936, game model, 10 workers, maximum children 200. Right, I covered in the last episode one of the other mods that was a high school. It was a school, and I really loved it, and I decided to go for another one because it seems like it's a perfect match with the school we have there. It's perfectly fine, 10 worker kindergarten. It would have average between 100 and 200 kids that can be mined here, I believe. And yeah, I think it's perfectly fine building. It has a design from before Second World War, and it has a soul to it. It definitely does. Okay, so this mod can be found in the mod section, in the kindergarten section, and at the moment it's second to last. We have another small kindergarten, another kindergarten to cover. 200 kids is made to support. 14,000 rubles would be the price, or as I like to see in working hours, it would be just under 800 work hours. Perfectly affordable building as you're starting kindergarten. Right, next one, Medical University by my man Rob074. Medical University, based on a real building in Lublin, Poland, employs 45 workers with a basic education, 45 lecturers, serves about 135 students. Yes, that's the description of this building. It's really good. I love Rob's mods, and he has amazing mods. I subscribe to every single one of them. I love the fact that they're all based on the real buildings in the real cities, and Poland has inexhaustible resource of good Soviet style or communist style buildings that were built in those times and will suit all of those maps. I really love what he's doing with the mods, and this looks like it's a perfectly fine mod. It can be found in a university section. If we go to our university here, and it would be one of the last ones, here we go. Just over 3,500 work days required to build it, so it's gonna take you a while to build it. If you want to purchase it, it will be around 80,000 rubles, which is not the most expensive university, so it would do what needs to be done. Right, here's something. This is what I love. This is what I like. I'm gonna read. This is again Rob's 074. Bricks block of flats, 5-story high. Brick block of flats housing 50 workers based on the real buildings in Lublin, Poland. Quality of flats 90%. And there's a description in Polish as well, but my Polish is quite rusty. This is what I love. This is what I like. This is what I need in the games. This is a small building that houses 50 people. To maximum 50 people. It's small, it's compact, it's not too high, it's not one of those 16-story high buildings that houses 1,000 people, but yet its footprint is quite small that you can plonk several of them next to each other, or in a square, or in a circle, in whichever geometrical shape you want, and it will look really tasteful. I love this. This is definitely probably my favorite mod from this mod Monday. Continuing on, Transgas, my man Vico. I'm not sure if he censored this or not. I'm gonna read the description. So there's a censorship involved here. So this is called Transgas. This is a real building inspired by a real building in Prague that was demolished recently. Unfortunately, it's a prime example of brutalism. So I'm going to read the description first from Vcom. He wrote this about the building. A building inspired by a real-life building from Prague. The real-life Transgas was built in 1972 to 1978. The architects were Vladislav Oolykee, Jiří Eisenreich, Ivo Loos, and Jindřich Malatek. This brutalist complex was the central dispatch of the Transgas pipeline. It consisted of two administrative towers and a dispatch building which contained computers and a commercial area not included. Even though the complex was the most remarkable building of the current Czech Republic, it had no historical protection. So as soon as it was sold to censorship, swear words, private owner, the complex, even though there were protests, got demolished between 2019 and 2020 to make a place for swear words, developer houses. Since this game supports nothing like international pipeline dispatch, and the closest building is mostly useless in my opinion, City Hall, I've turned this into technical university. Serves as a technical university for 100 workers, 100 teachers, and more than 500 students. Costs 300,000 rubles to build. Okay, so this is the building. This looks remarkable. I love it. I love brutalism. I love how it looks. It looks so modern, communist. It's just amazing. I just love it. Right. I'm not sure if it works. I'm not gonna test it now. I'm not sure if the road works. There's a road going beneath it. Usually, Vicom, I tested several of his mods. The under building passage works, and I love it. And I love this building. So it's technical university, 100 workers, 100 staff, 100 workers, 100 staff, 100 professors, and it's just a normal technical university. It can be found in the university section. It costs 235,000 rubles. That would be close to the Soviet border, so that's why it's a little bit cheaper probably. We can quickly go and test it in the middle of the map and see how it goes here. Yeah, it would be around 300,000 towards the center of the map. That's because of the transport of all the resources that are needed to build this. So yeah, around 300,000 would be the price, but like I like to present it as work hours. 1,560 work days. That doesn't seem that much, but a lot of resources required. Anyway, beautiful building. Definitely would be my favorite in this section, but I'm just let's continue on. We're gonna have voting in the end. One more from Rob074, a small kindergarten. The building is called Small Kindergarten based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Employs 14 workers and serves about 140 children. And there's a description in Polish as well. Like I said, most of the Rob's buildings are based on the real buildings. This is not something somebody made up. The capacities and everything else kind of fits the real life narrative, real life description of the building, and I love it. So it's a simple, small kindergarten based on Lublin, Poland, where building in Lublin, Poland, where most of his inspiration comes from Robs074. This is one of my favorites, favorite modders, and I love what he's doing. So you can be found in the kindergarten section. You can see it here, 430 work days, or if you want to buy it close to the Soviet border, would be 7,500 rubles. Simple building. That's what we need. Another old school modder, Benzer, made this Ampir house. This is a 2-building mod. There are 2 different buildings. I'm gonna read description and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna ask you to judge on this. Okay, so this is an Ampir house. There's a description in, I would say it would be Ukrainian, maybe it's Russian. I do apologize. I'm not really good in distinguishing those 2 languages. I'm not native to any of them. 2 new residential buildings in the Empire style from Kiev. Tower House, Residence, this is a tower house, Residence 195, sorry, and resident building in style of the house with a spire. That would be this one. Residence 155. Right, so those are 2 buildings that we have in our mod section. They look unique. They look really nice. There are several mods. Benzer, I love his work. I have almost subscribed to every single one of his mods, and this is a really good looking mod. This is something traditional. I wouldn't say pre-Soviet times, but I think this was built in pre-Soviet times. But it definitely fits the whole map and the theme of the countries of Central and Eastern Europe that you would be using this in. Capacities, I don't know. I don't want to judge it. It seems a little bit much for this size building. I'm not sure. Almost 200 people in this kind of building and 150 people in this kind of building. It looks like it's a big capacity, but I won't judge on this. Models are really beautiful. They can be found in the mod section under residential areas, and all the way in the end where we have our buildings would be 40,000 for this building, 40,000, 41,000, and well, they're more or less the same. More or less the same price for both of them. Let's see how much do they cost without for construction. 2,122. And more or less the same for this building as well. So there you go, something new, something different, something that's not square and boxed up like most of the Soviet buildings, which we love so much. But if you want to change something and design your own city center with historical buildings, I think this would be perfect mod for this. Anyway, that's it. We're gonna end it here. My favorite is there's a residential building. I'm gonna be using the hell out of this one. 50 people, small, like I said, small footprint, my favorite for this mod Monday. They are really beautiful mods here, from University, from Vicom's Brutalism Czech building to these Kiev old school buildings. They're really good mods. But my vote goes for Rob's 074 and this house here, this building over here. Right, what's your favorite, guys? Leave a comment in the comment section, answer the question in the comment section, and thank you for everything. We're gonna see them in the dark now. Right, so it's dark. Let's see how they look. Wow, okay, this is lit really well. Suits the Kiev town center. We have a university over here. We have small residential building. Oh, my favorite. University over here, and we have a small kindergarten over here. Right, that's how they look at night. And right, hope you like it, guys. If you did, like button, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, leave a comment section, and leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.